Oh, we're back. Breaking news. Everybody subscribe. Breaking news. Not. Rumors are. Rumors. Salah apologized. So, what we're going to do, we're going to discuss it. We're going to go through it. We want you to like the video and subscribe. You know, there's bigger channels. We ask for if you want to engage with the debates, respectfully, subscribe and like, where it will be much appreciated. Pick up to the TikTokers. We are live on TikTok. Everybody on TikTok as well. I'm going to bring in my Kokus, Mike, and crying. Mr. Toto! Oh, my mic's Mr. Toto! Big up to Toto. Big up to Toto. Please, Toto.
Sorry, your mic's really funny. It's barely hear you. Nice. I think it's probably not plugged in properly or something like that.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Right, but yeah, welcome everyone. Yeah, it's about Salah, you know, the back in the team, innit? So yeah, you know, things have broken down, and I mean things are level again between Salah and Mohamed Salah. And Salah's having some technical difficulties with his microphone. I'll take over from here for a bit. But yeah, you know, at least everything is.
It was picking up my camera mic. That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
It's not my microphone. It was picking up my camera mic. I bet. Is it good now?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine now.
There you go. But you could hear me, but it just sounded echoey. Sorry, guys, for the technical issues. Straight away, flopped. So big up to everybody in the changing room. When I say the changing room, I mean the people in the chat. Big up to people on TikTok as well. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties at the beginning. So Toto, you take it from here, bro.
My thoughts on the situation. about Salah. I'm just glad that there's no bad blood between them now.
We'll talk about that, mate.
Hopefully. But how I'm doing, I'm doing pretty well. It's been all right day for me so far. Been chilling until this news broke out. So I decided to get on a video. That's what we usually do. So yeah, Salah back in the team. What really I can say about that. But we'll get into it in a minute.
Yeah, man. So it's all been put to bed, or has it? Or has it been put to bed? Have they sorted their differences out? Have they made up? Have they exchanged DMs? Are they going to the cinema together? Are they going to play Patacate together? Are they going to come out with a fake smile for the media together? We don't know. But the rumors are coming in that Mohamed Salah might be in the team on Saturday, which is tomorrow, 3:00, which we will be covering, and we'll be doing a match reaction as well. Not straight after, probably a few hours after. But yeah, it looks like they've temporarily made up. Now, the weird thing is people were saying that he was more angry at the owners. But what if he's more angry at the owners? Why is he apologizing to Arne Slot? That's what you got to think about as well. So there was a lot of YouTubers saying that Slot was to blame, and a lot of people were saying that the owners was to blame. How about that Mo Salah is to blame? Okay, I understand he's got his grievances. I understand that he wants to be in the team. I get it. He feels like he's been disrespected, and to an extent he has. We are even on this channel. We're not just going to go one side. I am going to be even on this channel. I understand that he's got his grievances and he wants to make up with everybody. I understand. And he wants to play every single game. I understand. He's a legend of the club. I understand. I understand all of that. But the one thing he done, and I'm going to be consistent about it, he shouldn't have went to the media, bro. He shouldn't have went to the media. If you've got grievances, go and see the manager like you did today. You went to see the manager, you made up, you apologise, and we move on. All this toxicity around the club is not healthy around the club. We are timid at the moment, our club is. We are timid. And we don't need this media around the club. What we need to do, we need to go tomorrow, 3:00 at Anfield, and beat Brighton. That's what we need to do. And we need to beat them convincingly as well. I don't want to be leaking loads of goals. I want to see a defensive structure like we had on our last game. Masterclass against Inter Milan, by the way. Masterclass. Not a lot of people are talking about that game, because the reason why a lot of people are not talking about the game is because more people is interested about the Mohamed Salah situation, which I don't like to talk about. I want to talk about football. I want to talk about winning football matches. So now we've got all that under control temporarily with Mohamed Salah, which we will talk about going forward. We will talk about it, and we'll bring up some news articles. Toto will bring up the news articles, and we'll start discussing it, in a proper way. But all this could have been avoided. You know that, innit? All this could have been avoided if we would have just said, right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and see Arne Slot. I'm going to go and see the Arne, and I'm going to air my grievances to Arne Slot and ask him, why am I getting dropped? We know why he's getting dropped, but he probably doesn't know why he's getting dropped. And it feels like he's a bit disrespected. So all this could have been avoided if we just went to Arne Slot straight away without going to the Norwegian media. That's what he could have done. And for me, I'll still stick by what I said. He was very calculated, and he knew exactly what he was doing, and he knew he would cause this backlash. But I think generally, when he decided that he was going to go to the Norwegian media, whoever it was, he probably thought he was going to get the rub of the green. He probably thought he was going to get the advantage. Rub of the green is a golf terminology, by the way. He probably thought he was going to get the advantage, and more people was going to side with him. But I think the backlash came from the mainstream media, which we know the mainstream media don't like Liverpool. We know this. Don't care if you don't think that, your head's in the clouds. We know the social media. We know, the mainstream media don't like Liverpool. So any sort of news, they like to stick the knife in. But I think when he saw where the wind was blowing, where he saw, you know what, a lot of these ex-players as well, saying that he shouldn't have done that, he shouldn't have done that, he was out of order, he was out of order. Maybe he decided, he probably thought to himself, maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. Maybe at the time he acted in emotion. Maybe. I still think he knew exactly what he was doing. And probably his agent got a lot to do with it as well. But we move from there. Hopefully he's going to be, he might be back in the team on Saturday. Can we see him back in the team on Saturday? Would I play him on Saturday? No. I like the diamond shape that we had against Inter Milan. I like the defensive structure we had against Inter Milan. We looked so defensively sound. It didn't look like you could break us down. We looked like a proper football team. It was amazing to watch against Inter Milan. And all that kind of went under the radar because of this Mo Salah situation. So that's my little monologue on it. I'm going to bring in my coach, my partner in crime, Mr. Toto. And we're going to talk about the news. So first one up, let's go, Toto. The news article. So big up, before we go forward, remember, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and people on TikTok, do what you do. So we're going to add the news article. So let's go, Toto, Mr. Toto Hammer. Give me 1 second, bro. I'll be back in a minute. You take it from here.
Yeah, so as we all know, Salah is now forward for the squad against Brighton after them two have started talking. Kick off at Brighton, 3 p.m. on Saturday. Sure we'll be all watching that. But yeah. So Salah and Arne Slot had conversations, and it seemed like Salah just apologised for it. It seems like so Saturday's game will be Salah's last chance to play for Liverpool before departing for the Africa Cup of Nations. So this is his only game before the African Cup of Nations. The forward has not started any of Liverpool's last 4 games, and after he was an unused substitution against Leeds last weekend, and he said that he'd been thrown under the bus by the club and said his relationship with Slot has become non-existent. Hopefully that his all went away now. The club decided to drop him from travelling the squad, which won 1-0 at Inter Milan on Tuesday. The same day, Salah posted a photograph of Instagram of himself training alone at the training ground gym. Maybe we're trying to prove a point there or something, I don't know. When asked on Friday whether Salah played his final game for the club, Slot said, I will have a conversation with Mo this morning, and the outcome of that conversation determines how it will look tomorrow. Look, before I read on this article, for me, I think Salah is still not warranted a start in this team. But of course, it's his last chance before he plays in AFCON. So maybe Slot will start him, you know. But I still think he shouldn't start. He should come in as a sub. You know, I don't mind Salah coming in as a sub because we've got a good team as is in the moment. And I don't care if it's his last game before AFCON. At the end of the day, he's still got many, many games to play for Liverpool. Right? He's back in the squad. Doesn't mean he should start, though, because we still need to win football matches in the Premier League and get our 3 points, and we need to put points on the table at the end of the day, you know. Our team that we've got now against Inter Milan, we'll go with that team going into Brighton, because Brighton's going to be a tough game. I know it's at Anfield, but still, it's still a tough game. I think we can win it, but I don't want to change stuff again. I want to keep with this lineup because Salah, his recent performances haven't been good. So I still think, even though he's apologised to Slot and it's his last game before AFCON, he's still got many, many Liverpool games to play for us. So he shouldn't guaranteed a start in this team for tomorrow. You know, he should be on the bench because you got Szoboszlai there who's in form. You got our midfield 3 good. You got our strikers. We're going to play that diamond. Hopefully that diamond shape that we did into Milan. But yeah, we shouldn't change stuff dramatically like that, because if Salah goes in the team, you have to change stuff around. Now let me carry on. When asked on Friday whether Salah has played his final game for club, of course we already said that. What I need is a conversation with him, and next time I speak about Mo, it should be with him and not in here. There's not much more to say about it. I will speak to him today, and the outcome of the conversation determines how I think will look. This is more on the conference that he did. Slot was quizzed on his personal desire about Salah's future at Anfield, and the head coach clarified the decision-making process behind omitting Salah from Tuesday's win in Milan, which was made jointly between himself and the club. He said, "Who decides if he's in the squad? Yes or no?" And we decided the club. I was a part of that decision to take Mo, not to take Mo to Inter Milan. So Slot was taking responsibility for that. I'm always in conversation with with the Liverpool board when it comes to decision making of the squad or the lineup. That is always left to me. That's not to say I don't talk to Richie Hughes. I talk to Richard about many things, but to play a player is entirely up to me, which is a good thing. Asked specifically if he wanted Salah to stay. Slot replied, "I have no reasons not to want him to stay. The club has won a lot of games with him." So that's basically Slot trying to play the neutral route and saying, "Look, he's won a lot of games of us." You won't see Slot put down his player. Of course, we've seen him do that this season, putting blame on the players. But again, he's not going to put the blame on Salah this time because they've already sorted out between each other. But yeah, what I take from that, look, good that he's back in the squad. Glad that Salah's back in the squad, but he still don't warrant a start. That's what I take from that.
Slot never had a problem with Salah.
No.
As far as I can see, I don't know what's going on in there. I don't pretend to know. But looking from the outside as a neutral, no, not as a neutral, as a Liverpool fan, it seemed like he didn't have a problem with him. He just left him out because he just never thought he fit in with the system he was going for. That's all. But the thing about it, before all this happened, before this soap opera happened, Salah wasn't playing that good anyway. So I just don't understand why people were going on like it's not like Salah was playing really good. You know, he was playing rubbish. He was playing rubbish. Let's face it, he wasn't playing good at all. So yeah. We didn't need to go through all this, man. This is the kind of thing that Man United would do, or Chelsea and clowns like that. You get me? Not Liverpool. It's not a kind of thing what Liverpool would do. We kind of do stuff in-house. So I was very shocked at the situation, but at least they've made it up. That's the positive part about it. So I'm going to bring this up. This is from Ben Jacobs. Let's go on a different one. We could small. This is from Ben Jacobs. Let's go on this side. Yeah, Ben Jacobs. This is so. I'm gonna read this out to you. Not all of it, but most of it. Because it's like a flipping book. So he said, even before today's meeting, Liverpool put the ball firmly in Salah's court. Liverpool have made their position Salah clear. They want him to stay, and they will now hold further discussions to try and for a path forward. Removing Salah from the Inter was viewed as a pragmatic move, but there was no desire within the club to aggravate the situation further, nor has Salah been officially punished or fined. So he's sorry, he hasn't been fined. Liverpool said, look, we're going to remove him. And they didn't want to aggravate the situation because we knew what was going on backstage. So I think Liverpool handled it professionally. That's all you can really say on that one, isn't it? Liverpool, that's the only way Liverpool could handle it, really. They couldn't handle it anywhere else. Another way. So I respect Liverpool for that. Further conversation is still needed to find a long-term resolution after position meeting today. And if Salah wants to move this winter, there's options to present. So there you go. If you want to, giving him that option, if he wants to move this winter. So they're being respectful. This is what I'm saying. So when I look at this situation, if this is true, by the way, but big up to Ben Jacobs, very respected journalist. If this is true, they're basically saying, look, Salah's back in the team and he might get a few minutes, but if he wants to leave in January, it's there. This is what I'm getting out of this. So the meeting says Salah, if he still wants to move in winter, it's there. It's on him to present options to Liverpool. So it's on Salah to present options to Liverpool if he wants to move in January. So Liverpool seems like they're still open if he wants to move. So LFC want Salah to continue at the club while backing for Slot remains following the Egyptian strikes comments. Multiple Saudi clubs are prepared to bid for Salah's becomes generally available and affordable, but there is still some caution from deal makers as they wait to see how the dust settles. So basically, people are interested in Salah, which is understandable, especially in Saudi Arabia, and I think there's a few in Europe as well. But they're going to wait to see how the dust settles, you get me, and see what comes out of it at the end. So there is a possibility that Salah could still move. So look, I think Liverpool's handling it all right, Toto. Looking at this so far, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's handling all right. You know, we're not going overboard. I don't think there was really a big problem more than a problem than him getting benched. Of course, that was a part of the problem, but I don't think some people thought that it was deeper than that. I don't think it was. It was just Salah not being able to get played and being left at the squad. And Salah obviously felt disrespected for that, which is understandable, isn't it? It's understandable. He's gone from starting this many games to getting benched and not even getting a minute against Leeds. He must think that Slot has a problem with him or something. So that's why he made a fuss about it. Got left that against Inter Milan, which was the right decision to learn from his mistake. And now they're just making up, you know? I don't really see a deeper problem in this. I think Liverpool is acting on it the right way. Again, giving him options because he's respected Liverpool and so he's giving that option whether he wants to leave or stay, which I think any player should have regardless of how they've played for Liverpool, where they can leave or stay. Of course, Saudi clubs was mentioned yesterday by Krish that they're interested in him. Saudi clubs, Al Hilal, for an example, £7 to £8 million approach. But again, what was in that article as well, that it's Salah's decision. It's all down to Salah's decision whether he wants to leave or not. So just because they're made up doesn't mean they have like a top relationship with each other. But I'm glad that they're made up and everything's on a straight and narrow again, because we didn't need that controversy in the changing rooms. Didn't need that controversy, as I say, in the dressing rooms. Because at the moment we need to win football matches in the Premier League. We need to get 3 points, right? So all this extra noise,
no, we don't need it. It's just a stupid.
We don't need it at the moment. So it's good that they did it the mature way. They met in person. They sorted it out. Now everything's on the same page again. Hopefully everything's on the same page. But look, we don't know whether Salah wants to leave or not. This is why I don't like jumping to conclusions when news come out, because
look, we understand that people.
A lot of people online say, "Oh, it's deeper than that," when there's no facts. If it's deeper than that, you know, it's always if, buts, or if that. You know, there's no like proper facts. But now the proper facts have came out. It doesn't say nothing about being it deeper than him not getting played. All it says is them apologising. And them just making it out of each other, and they're on the same page. So that's all we know at the moment, and I take their word for it, and I think it's a good decision. It's a good decision, in my opinion.
Yeah. So it says. So I'll continue what Ben Jacobs says. Multiple Saudi clubs are prepared to bid if Salah becomes generally available and affordable, but there is still some caution from the deal makers as they wait to see how the dust settles, which I alluded before. Salah's inclusion against Brighton is an important step and avoids further long-term tension. So they can also reveal if Saudi clubs are to make an approach. No new funding for January will be provided for the players' acquisition Centre of Excellence base. The seasonal budget is already allocated, and Saudi clubs for Salah or any start in January must find means to fund transfer without relying to the central funding. So basically, all the money's been allocated in Saudi. So, but if they want Saudi Arabia, if they want Mohamed Salah, they will have to go to the central funding, whatever. Listen, forget all that rubbish what I just said. What it boils down to is if Salah becomes available for Saudi Arabia, any club in there would want him, and that's it. Very simple. He will be the spokesperson for the Saudi Arabia League, Mo Salah, 100%. So all that, if they want the money, they'll get the money. You get me? It's Mohamed Salah. He's going to be a king. He will literally be a king in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Literally. So people will get the money. So there's no problem about that. So that was the original one there when he broke. Ben Jacobs. He says Mo Salah is set to return to the Liverpool squad against Brighton tomorrow after positive talks with the manager Arne Slot. Further discussions about Salah's long-term future expected when the Egyptian returns from AFCON next month. So there's going to be more discussions for Mohamed Salah when he gets back from AFCON. This is just to set the record straight for us fans that are watching. My personal opinion, I think he's going to be gone in summer. That's it. I think he's going to be gone in the summer. And if not summer, it'll be January. but I think it's going to be a summer. I think they have to give him his send off, what he deserves. And let's face it, he does deserve one. If he does look, like I said yesterday, I'm going to be plain talker like I always am every week on this channel. If he goes in January, I don't care either way. Club first. But as a fan point, if you're just looking at it as a legendary status that Mohamed Salah is, it would be better to see him go in the summer. Let him have the guard of honor, the proper send-off, something like what Bobby Firmino had. When Bobby Firmino left and what Gerrard had, where he walks around with his kids and everybody says his last goodbye. That would be the humane thing to do, the better thing to do, in my opinion. But if he decides that he wants to go in January, he can go in it. Either way, I'm good with it, but it would be nice to see him go in the summer. But if he does want to go in January, I'm good either way, because for me, the club comes first, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So either way is good for me. Either way, but it would be nice to see him go in the summer. That's all I'm saying. But if he wants to go in January, he can go.
Yeah. Regarding the squad tomorrow.
We'll get into that in a minute. Oh, yeah, you got more news on the squad?
No, I haven't got news on the squad, but I want about Mohamed Salah.
Okay.
Mohamed Salah for being in the squad.
Okay.
Regarding him starting or not, in my opinion, I think Salah starts him. That's just me. I think he'll be back in the team for tomorrow.
I think he won't start at the beginning now.
I don't know about that one either, because
if he does come on, it'll be the second half.
Because we've got a good team as it is, but Salah changes it all of the time. We saw it this season. He benches Salah for one game, goes for a new season, the next game, plays Salah again. Of course, he benched him for 3 a game, 2.5 because he played a bit, I think half an hour, 30 minutes in one game, right? But we know what Salah is like. They've done this apology, and maybe that just makes him a gateway for him back in the start lineup again. Plus, it's his last game before AFCON. Who knows? Maybe he'll perform well, because maybe this is speculation, because I don't know anything, right? But with Salah, maybe he won't perform well because of the relationship with the manager, maybe. But again, I don't think that's an excuse either, because his overall performance haven't been good. But again, that could be a part to it. And maybe they're on the same page now, so-called same page. We see, we only can speak what we see on the internet. And it just seems like that he's going to go back in and start lineup again. I don't think he should, because he hasn't been good enough this season. But you know what Slot's like, changes stuff. So I don't know, man. For me, he's still not in the lineup. He's back in the team, but not in the lineup again.
Yeah.
I just reckon that if Slot goes to Salah again, it goes to Salah starting. I think it's the wrong decision. But again, if Salah has a good performance tomorrow, I'll hold my hands up and say, look, I'm wrong. You know, because I'm not afraid.
Wrong for what now? Wrong for what?
No, I said that if Salah's back in the team tomorrow, I think it's the wrong decision, because his performance haven't been good this season. But if he performs good, that's good. You know, I'm either way. But I still think we should go with sub on the right like we did before. Have Verts there, have Isak and Ekatike is that diamond shape. But yeah, regarding the team tomorrow, I think he'll be starting. That's me.
I'm not sure if he's going to start tomorrow. I don't think he's going to start tomorrow. I think if he starts tomorrow, then it looks like that Arne Slot kept him out deliberately. Like he had some sort of agenda, you get me? He's not going to look good on Slot, in my opinion. If he just starts in tomorrow, he throws his dummy at the pram, then he just jumps back in the team now. I don't think he's going to start tomorrow. I think he's going to go with the diamond shape, similar to what we had at Inter Milan. And I think he's going to go with that first and see what happens. And I think if he does start him, it's going to be in the second half. And he'll just have to hold bench until the second half. Yeah. That's it. I just don't think he's going to go back to... If he goes back to that 4-3-3 and he puts Salah on and we lose, what then? What then? He has to stick with his diamond. To stick with the diamond that we had before against Inter Milan. It was a perfect strategy. It was hard to break us down. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, in my opinion. I don't want us to just... And then we'll see what happens if you want to bring him on in the second half. You get me?
Yeah.
The worst thing Slot should do is start him, and then if it doesn't work out, you take him off during the game. It's better to keep him on the bench, and if you're going to start him, put him on in the second half.
Yeah.
You get me? If we've got a comfortable lead, just going with that, going with the Ekitike, and going with Isaac. And Wirtz will be starting tomorrow, by the way, as well. There was a lot of people saying he's going to be injured, maybe, but he's going to be back. And I think Figgy might be back as well.
Available? So.
Yeah, and I know, and I think Figgy might be back as well. Frimpong might be, because he was in training, so we'll see what happens. But we just need to go with that the same formation that we did against Inter Milan. That's just my opinion, Toto.
Yeah, we should. We shouldn't be changing stuff because we need a settled team at the end of the day, because if we start changing things again, the team's not going to be settled. The roles are not going to be settled for where the players are going to be. But yeah, we just need a settled squad, same lineup and everything, and then we go from there, really.
Yeah. So, what we're going to talk about now, then, Toto, come on, I'm going to do this. Let's talk about what is it called, Konate. Fine, let's talk about it, gone. You do the subs, I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, but big up American Scouser, big up, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, American Scouser. But yeah, I want to get your thoughts on everyone in the chat room, that what you think about this Salah situation. Is it the right decision? I think it's the right decision. And do you think he should be starting tomorrow? Regarding Ibu, there's a lot of contrast situation regarding Ibrahim Konate about Real Madrid refusing to accept a contract offer or whatever, or refusing to even have interest in Konate. I think it was due to Konaté's bad run of form, maybe, why Real Madrid lost interest. But yeah, I'll get something up on Ibu. Yeah, regarding Ibu, just I reckon he's staying at the club in January. Again, there's no really proper stuff going on with Ibu at the moment regarding his contract, so I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, America's guys. So we discussed about it earlier regarding Mohamed Salah. I think he's done the right thing, apologising to Arnislat. That's if he has. And I think I'm glad that we kind of partly buried it, because we don't want this hanging over the club, because it's just too toxic and too negative energy around the club. And we don't want that. We just want to win football games. That's what we all want to do. Me, you, Toto, the fan base, people in the WhatsApp group. We just want to win football matches. We don't want this hanging over our heads. What I said to Toto, though, look, at the end of the day, if he wants to leave Mohamed Salah, he can leave. And look, he's going to AFCON. Do I think he's going to get a game on Saturday? I don't know. Maybe he come on in the second half. But I don't think we should change our formation that we have with Inter Milan. I think we should keep our formation. I liked it. We look defensively sound. We look solid. We look like a proper team. It didn't look like people could just run through us. And I think that's a good formation that we should go forward until we bring in Semenyo and some other wingers. But at the moment, at least till January, until we get the wingers in, we need to stick with the formation. And if that's benching Salah, so be it. Nothing's changed for me. Now, if you want to bring Salah the occasion or bring him in. But again, this doesn't guarantee that Salah's not going to leave in January. This is just basically them making up, which I'm happy about, because we don't want this hanging over the club. But going forward, we'll see what happens. I still think there's a chance he might go in January, and if he doesn't go in January, definitely he will go in the summer. But in my opinion, if he wants to go in January, I'm good with that, because I'm club first. If he wants to go in the summer, I'm good with that as well. It doesn't matter to me either way, but I'm club first. But I'm glad that they have made it up, as I say. Go ahead, Toto.
But yeah, this came in today, came in yesterday as well, that Liverpool moved to agree terms for Konate replacement, actually. They're looking at a Konate replacement in case anything happens. So it stands now Liverpool aren't messing around when it comes to finding a replacement for Konate. The Reds have moved to agree terms. Konate is a serious problem for Liverpool right now. The Frenchman's contract expires at the end of the season, and we're now within a month of him able to formally talk with non-English clubs. Liverpool do want to keep him, and I've tried to get him to renew for over a year right now. But at the same time, his form was dropped off a cliff at the worst possible time. Konate struggling badly as a starting player for Liverpool. The majority of the season has been struggling badly. This is someone who wants a hefty pay bump if he's to remain at Anfield, but also someone who doesn't appear to have too many options. Liverpool, though, can only operate as if he's leaving. They can't risk ignoring the problem. Then having Konate leave for nothing with no backup plan, especially in the form he is in. And so finding that replacement is vital, and it sounds like they might have found him too. Look, my opinion on this, on Ibu, is that, like I always said, if Ibu bad form continues, of course, I think he's had a good couple of games so far, but it needs to be more consistent because maybe Liverpool's stalling on it because his form has been bad, and maybe Konate is asking too much money for his demands, for his needs, due to his poor performances. Maybe he's asking too much over expectation. So, look, if his bad run of form continues, if he still continues to have bad games and makes mistakes like that, then maybe it's time for him to go. But in my opinion, I would keep Ibu. But if Ibu is acting like that and he's asking too much, he just needs to improve his performances. Simple as that. It's got to be more consistent to now, so January transfer window, so he can show Liverpool, if he wants to stay at Liverpool, so he can show Liverpool that, look, I'm still a guy. I'm still good here. I'm still the guy here. I'm still the starting lineup player. Because at the moment, as far as we know, Liverpool looking for a replacement for Ibrahim and Konate. Of course, we've got so much in the pipe. We've got Bastoni linked to us. We've got Schlotterbeck who's linked to us. Guehi, who's probably more likely to get over the line. So, regarding the Ibu situation, don't be surprised if he goes in January, because that could be a factor. That Konate goes in January, then Guehi comes in, and then we get a couple backup centre backs. But look, at the moment we've got Gomez as our only backup centre back option, and you got Leone who's injured until next year. I think for the rest of the season. I think. You might see him back in the back end of the season, but again, you rarely see him this season. So we do need a centre back in January. So when Guehi comes to the club, because we all know Guehi is going to come to the club. Of course, Crystal Palace is offering more and more and more. But at the end of the day, if we want Guehi, we've got to pay the money. Simple, right? We get Guehi, and then
what you said about America's guys, sir?
Guehi and Ibu. Will probably battle for that starting lineup position. The American Scouser. Part of me thinks this might be a good way to get Mo a decent farewell with Brighton. This is his last game, but we assume he apologised or admitted to his fault if he left anywhere near the squad. I kind of agree with you.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I said, go on, Karen.
No, I was going to say this is his last game before AFCON, in it, and then not long. It's January.
That's what I said,
yeah.
I said because they've supposedly made it up, one of them. If they have made it up, or just basically, it's like a professional way of making up, just like for the media. This might be a way, like, to say, look, Mo, this is the way it's going to go. Mo might still leave, but now he's not leaving in a bad way. You get me? He's leaving in a professional way. And when I say that, I mean, he's not like falling out with the team, falling out with the owners and just leaving out the back door. Now, this is what the news is telling us, that Mo's made it up with the club. Mo's made it up with the manager. And this might be their way to say to us, look, if Mo does leave, he's leaving on a high, innit? I personally think he could still leave in January, but if he leaves in the summer, it might be a good thing as well, because he'll get that guard of honor, as I always say. He gets that guard of honor. He leaves on a high. He leaves with all in front of the fans, at the cup end, walking around the stadium with his kids, and everybody's saying goodbye to him, a bit like what Bobby Firmino had. Or he might still go in January. But the media saying now that he's made it up with Arne Slot. If it is true, it's a good thing, isn't it? But it might be something else, you get me? He might be saying what American scouts are saying. Part of me thinks it might just be a good way to get Mo a decent farewell if Brighton is his last game. So there could be a lot of politics involved in this as well, you get me? For the media, to make it look good for the media. Or we might be all wrong and it might be legit that he has made it up with Arne Slot.
Yeah.
And then he leaves in January. I mean, he leaves in the summer. Whatever happens, this will be Mo's last season. This is Mohamed Salah's last season at Liverpool. That's it. He's not going to be doing another season. This is his last season. And if he leaves in January, he leaves in January. If he leaves in the summer, he leaves in the summer. Either way, I'm good either way, because for me, it's a club first. It always will be. It's a club first. So whenever Mo leaves, I'm good. But he has been a legend at our club. I respect him. Big up to Mo Salah. There definitely should be a statue outside of Anfield.
He's helped us win the league so many times. You know, He's a part of the team at the end of the day. It's not Salah SC. He's a part of the team, and he's done so much for the team. And the team has done so much for him. That's what I say. But if it is his last game, we'll probably know about it if it's his last game. Because so far we don't know if he's going to leave or not. We don't know Salah's decision yet. So we don't want to jump to conclusion too quick. But regarding Salah, if it is his last game, we'll probably know by it after when it comes to January. That's probably the latest we're probably going to know it. Because Saudi clubs are very, very interested in him. So it's to be £7 to £8 million. Saudi clubs are interested in it, which was said yesterday as well. So it is all going live after the Salah situation. After the Salah situation and after the interview that he done, a couple of days after, Saudi clubs started being interested in Mohamed Salah. So we probably know that Salah might have an interest in Saudi, but we don't know because he rejected him last season. But it might not be the same this season because, as we all know, we've been told that they're getting along now. Again, we don't know that for sure. Maybe they're just cool, but they're not at the top of the top. We know rather than their relationship that Salah and Klopp was, that Salah and Klopp thing. So yeah, if he does go in January, he goes in January. You know, it's a legend. That's leaving from the club. At the end of the day, nothing lasts forever. You know. Now, if he does stay to the rest of the season, I'm fine with that as well. I'm fine either way. But I think most likely he might go in January. That's my opinion.
There's still a chance.
Yeah.
There's still a chance. Yeah, man. That's it, Toto. I'm going to go out for a jog now. I'm going to go and do my thing. I'm going out training. I'm going to do my thing and relax. And it's a Friday. It's Friday. Got you to do. Anyway. So yeah, Toto, anything you want to say before we head off on this great stream? Big up to everyone. Can you please hit that like button? Follow us. Join the WhatsApp group. Join the TikTok group. Join everything, all the social medias. Smash that like button. And big up to everyone as well. So Toto, anything you want to say, bro?
I just want to say really that.
Actually, we got some more news actually regarding Kirkus. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm going live later on the simulator. I'm going to play with comp maybe for an hour and a half. Maybe longer, depends. Hour and a half, 2 hours, do a 2 hour stream. But yeah, I will be going live later.
So, let's talk about Milos Kirkus. This is I've just saw this on my timeline. So, Milos Kirkus on competition with Andy Robbo. So 4 years ago, I was not even playing at a high level. I was watching the TV. To be here next to him is good, and there's no bad blood. It's competition, it's pushing each other, and obviously I'm younger. Then Robbo, let me see if there's any more on this. So there is the full one. So pushing each other, and obviously I'm younger and he's older. He's experienced, and it's good to have him. He's a legend here, and he's helping me a lot. He gives me a lot of advice. Now, Toto, do you remember when I said when Kirkers first came? Okay, what did I say to you? The reason why they're keeping Robbo there
to learn off each other.
Well, yeah, but what did I say? The reason why they're keeping Robbo there, not learn off each other, for him to learn off Robbo.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said, and this is what he's saying there. This is obvious move. The reason why they kept Robbo there. For me, I think Robbo's still got something left in the tank. I'm not sure if Robbo is gonna. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep Robbo there this season. Maybe they might give him one more extension. Maybe as to be that kind of a coach, like one like a coach for Kirkers. What's your thoughts on this, Toto? We will both discuss this. This is why they kept Robbo around. They kept Robbo around specifically to help out Kirkers. This is why because Kirkers is a young guy. He's coming from another club here. Now he's at Liverpool, a big club. So what's your thoughts on this, Toto, about what Kirkers said?
It's good. It's good what he said. And it's good that Robbo's there. Well, like I said, Robbo's always a key player for us, no matter or not. He's always a key player for us. So, and it will help Kirk become a better player because come on, Robbo's a legend, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, helps us win Champions Leagues, different other cups, domestic cups, Premier League. He's done the whole lot. Robbo has, and that's the perfect guy to learn off. Perfect fullback to learn off. So. Kirk, as we all knew that he was lacking a bit of maturity at the start of the season. He was a bit clumsy, but now you can see he's starting to come into his own, being less clumsy. He's making them good runs. But regarding the tackling as well, his overall game has improved. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I like what's going on here. It will help Kirk become a better player because eventually Kirk will become the main man. He'll become the main man. He'll become the new starting left back. Of course, there's not really a certified starter in the left back position. It's either Robbo or Kirkers. But once Robbo goes, Kirkers will be the certified starter in left back, and he'll have all that experience and advice from Robbo, and he will implement that into his game, and of course do his thing as well. But he'll implement that into his game, calm down the challenges, not diving in as much, and you can see Kirkers is maturing as a player, and his overall game is slowly. I'll say fastly improving. From he said at the start of the season to now, Kirk is a much better player. He's not the same anymore. He's a much better player now. So yeah, it's good. It's good what's going on there.
And this is what we said. This is exactly what we said. The keeping Robbo around for Kirkers, and it was obvious, and obviously it's going to help him, not just in the physical game because he's already got that, but the mental part of the game as well. You know. Because when Robbo come here, Robbo was only a young man himself. You get me, and and look at him now, one of the greatest fullbacks we've had at our club. Probably the best fullback we've probably had at the club. Robbo in the Premier area anyway. But yeah, man, Robbo's brilliant, and I hope that he gets all the knowledge from Robbo, and it just soaks it in. You get me, because he's a look. If you're a young guy coming to football and you want like a coach, a mentor, and you're a fullback, Robbo, you can't do no better than Robbo. You get me? Can't do no better than Robbo, and that's why hopefully they can give Robbo another contract. Would you give Robbo another extension?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So,
no, I would love Robbo to stay at this club.
Yeah.
You know, I'm retiring maybe. You know, I would love that. But we're not sure about that yet. We're not even sure. Not even sure about Robbo's contract situation because we've heard nothing about. We've heard about Salah's situation. We've heard about Ibu. We've heard about all that, but we haven't heard nothing about
Robbo. Yeah,
Robbo's always the quiet guy. Of course, he's not a quiet guy himself. You know, he's a lively guy, but yeah, I think Robbo just shows that he's very, very loyal to the club. He wears his heart on his sleeve. If you go into a war, you go into a final, you bring a Robertson with you every single time. But yeah, there's no really bad blood between Robbo and Liverpool. He generally loves his club. That's why he's keeping his mouth shut. He's getting on with it, which I like. He's not really complaining or nothing like that. He's just getting on with his football, and if he has to take bench, he'll take bench. You know. But yeah, it's a good thing what we're doing there, because Kirk is privileged to have Rubber by his side. Very, very privileged. It's like Virgil, for an example, will help Leone. The young centre back coming up, Leone.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got an ACL injury at the moment, but once he comes back and starts training again, Virgil will help and give him advice and all that, because the only first start for Liverpool, he was amazing.
I know he was.
Absolutely amazing.
I know he was.
For an 18-year-old,
that is such a criminal.
To get that ACL.
Just looking back, man, getting that ACL injury, man. What a shame at a young age. Young age, man. You know, the guy didn't stretch, man, didn't have his Weetabix. That's what it was. He should have his Weetabix, man. It would have been good.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, man, it's a shame that he got that injury, man. I just hopefully that he comes back and he's not different, you get me? Because when you have an ACL injury, that just takes time off your career, man. It takes a year or so off your career. See, Van Dijk was never the same when he came back.
No.
Don't get me wrong, he's wicked, as gold standard, platinum standard. But after that big injury at the ACL, he was never the same.
Yeah.
But Leone's young, so hopefully he can bounce back. But it's a shame. It is what it is. Look, we're going to move forward, and hopefully he can come back. Maybe at the end of the season, I don't know. If he's going to be at all the season, he might come back towards the end of the season. You don't know, but we'll see how it goes. But Toto. That's it, man. Toto, man. That's it. We're off. We're off. So, guys, thank you for watching us. We've got 6 people watching us. Get involved in the conversation. We're going now anyway, so it's too late. But you want to hit the subscribe, and we're going to go live tomorrow. We've got the watch along. We've got the women's football tomorrow as well. Barcelona playing in Liga F. That's my team as well. So we're going to be covering that tomorrow. Barcelona women, Liga F, and we're going to be doing the Liverpool preview as well. I mean, Liverpool watch along as well, and Liverpool match review, which is going to be in night time. So it's going to be around about 8 o'clock, because the match is at 3. It'll finish at around about 5:30. But we're not going to do our review till a couple of hours later and get it out of the way, and that'll be done. So big up Toto. Big up Toto. What are you saying, man? Yeah. So anything you want to say to the masses, what you're doing before we head off?
Quick. I'm going live later. That's it really. I'm going live later on YouTube and TikTok. Just go check me out then. Leave
your link, man. This is basically this is our channel. This is the Keep It Sports, is me and Toto's, if you've just joined us for the first time. But he's got his sim racing channel where he does all his racing stuff, and he's going to be going live there as well. So he might be playing a set of course of that game's out now, and I think it's still on sale. So you're going to try and set that up as well. So see you later, Toto. See you later, guys. Big up to everyone. Bye.
Arne Slot is my daddy. He spanks me every time I manage against him. He literally picked me up, put me upside down, and spanked me. No Diddy. And